Yesterday, Amazon gated major brands. A lot of sellers have hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of inventory tied up, some even $1 million. So we're going to kind of break down what happened. I kind of have notes over here, so I might look over there. First, just to get started, my account was not affected for whatever reason, knock on wood. Some accounts were, some weren't. It doesn't really seem to be a kind of rhyme or reason to it. I would say older accounts haven't really experienced the issue. It seems to be more newer accounts that are having these issues. But if you know anything or have any insight, definitely drop comments below, because it's still like kind of fresh. So what happened? So I guess Monday, or Tuesday rather, everyone got emails. Some people got emails saying, hey, you can no longer sell Nike, Converse, Adidas, Puma, all these big name brands. We require more information if you want to continue selling these. I did not get one, so I don't know what the letter says, but people are saying they only had 12 hours to kind of get off the listing or sell out of all their stuff, which is not enough time to kind of do that. So got tons of DMs yesterday asking, what should we do? What's going on? So I'm going to kind of give you my take on this as someone who's been selling for over 5 years on Amazon and have done millions of dollars in sales. So for me, everyone's hoping that this is a glitch. So yeah, I would hope that it is a glitch, but I don't know if it really is. So this happened in September. So about 2 months ago, this happened. Everyone got regated in these major brands. And then eventually Amazon sent an email 3 days later saying, oh, sorry guys, our bad. It was a glitch. Something happened. You guys could sell it again. Sorry. And that was kind of it. I don't know. If that happens again this time, that is great. But this is a huge deal. Whether this is a glitch or not, I would tread very, 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 very carefully on all these big brands, right? It seems like a lot of the people who are on these Nike sock listings, from what I've heard, are the ones that have been affected the most. So basically they were on these Nike sock listings, got kicked off, were allowed back on, and now they are kicked off again. And for a rule of thumb, whenever there is a brand, ASINs, certain products, if I get an IP complaint, issues with inauthenticity, or just issues in general, I stop selling it. I do not bring it back into my store. I am not trying to place blame. I feel extremely bad for people. I've talked to people yesterday who are 50K in debt. Someone has 400K inventory stranded. They said they know someone has 5 million. Someone on Twitter the other day said, they were running a $1.2 million business that's gone overnight. It sucks. It is absolutely terrible what is going on here, but it's just really, really tough. That's kind of how I go about it. So even if this is a glitch, sell out of all your inventory. This would be my opinion, and find other brands, other business models. I would be looking at, to be honest, it seems like the safest would be private label or brand direct wholesale. Wholesale could probably be safe, but even so, a product could just be like, hey, you can no longer sell this. But if you're working with the brand direct, that's probably less likely to happen to you. So that is kind of number one takeaway from this. If there are issues with listings and stuff like that and brands, definitely stop selling that stuff. I know it's hard. I know it sucks. These are some of the biggest brands on the platform, but it is so risky to sell these brands. Number two, leverage. I know a lot of people probably took out a lot of 0% APR cards, got new credit cards, and all this stuff to ramp up for Q4. And it's tough. It's really, really hard. As someone who used leverage last Q4, I'm not using it this Q4. It was really scary to kind of go deep, and I don't really know what I would have did if I got in this situation. Obviously, I'd bail myself out somehow, some way, because that's how business works. Stuff like this happens, and now you got to really figure out your best next move. But getting into debt, going way above your head, is not a good strategy when it comes to Amazon. It is their platform. It is their sandbox. They control the rules. They could take your business away like this, and that is what is happening right now. So only a lot of people are going to a cash business model, which means basically like you only spend what you have in the bank, and then once you get it back, you reinvest it, etc., etc. I think that is smart, and this way, if something like this does happen, at least you won't be in a massive amount of debt. Another takeaway from this, you're going to see a lot of people saying they have inventory for really cheap prices. Do not buy anyone's inventory. Well, it is your business. You could do what you want, but you do not want to be buying inventory that just got regated. Like, what if you buy someone's inventory and then you get gated? Because no one is safe with these brands. So one, why would you do that? Two, you're not going to have the invoices. Everyone's going to say, oh, we have proper supply chain and invoices and receipts, but they're not in your name. So like, that is not going to help you if you get a inauthentic complaint or something like that. So I'm telling you, I would not buy anyone else's inventory. And the third reason is, if they have it at Amazon and they're going to do a removal order to you or to your prep center, that is going to be like, it's not 100% sure, but thinking like Amazon's going to connect your guys' accounts. And I just don't know how. It's just risky, in my opinion. Taking on someone else's inventory that got regated, or on listings that you could get kicked off of tomorrow, is definitely, I don't know. I don't think it's a great move, but you could do you, but you're going to see a lot of that. What you'll also see a lot of is people saying that this isn't really a big deal, that only the strongest sellers will survive, and you just got to push through this. And Nike, Puma, this, that, it's only 5 or 6 brands. There's so many other brands out there, and that's all well and good, and that is also true. But this is a major deal, because if they could do this to these brands, they could also do this to other brands. And like I said before, brand direct, wholesale, private label could be your best move, particularly just because, I mean, that stuff seems to be the safest. But just know, this is going to be kind of like course selling season, I guess. Everyone's gearing up, everyone's going to have some big sales numbers. Probably, who knows, now with this regating. So they're like, hey, I crushed this Q4, let me show you how to do this in the new year. Escape your 9 to 5, all this kind of stuff. You're going to see that. Just know, when you see that stuff, these people have something to sell you. I have a school group that's $15 a month, so making this video does not help my cause, but I mean, I'm always transparent with you guys, and I'm just putting it out there. Like, just be careful when you see this kind of stuff. This is a big deal, because Amazon just taking it away like this in Q4 really shows that they do not care about sellers. Is it a glitch? Sure, maybe, but like, how could that happen? They're one of the biggest companies in the world. And is it really a glitch that this happened, less than 60 days ago? I don't know, but in my head, it is just crazy. More takeaways from this: you got to be diversified. I mean, a lot of people are going to go to Walmart at this point. I mean, that could be one of your best options. I don't sell on Walmart, but I am diversified in other ways. I'm doing more of the Amazon influencer program. I'm doing more UGC. And as that stuff picks up, I'm starting to get more brand deals, more people sending me free products, and all that kind of stuff. I'm extremely happy that I decided to diversify and spend a lot of time on the Amazon influencer and not so much on the OA side of things, and kind of building a podcast and this YouTube channel and all this other stuff. So diversification is key right now, when it comes down to this stuff. So just be diversified. Is there still opportunity to make money on Amazon? Of course, there is definitely other brands you could sell. There's going to be more niche brands you're going to want to be going after, not so much the mainstream stuff. But it's just going to get harder and harder as we go along here. Who knows? Like I said, this could reset. A lot of people could just drop out of selling on Amazon. I mean, I don't know. I hope like people don't have to apply for bankruptcy and stuff like that. But if you have $5 million worth of inventory, that, I mean, it's going to be really hard to figure out a way to liquidate that or get rid of it or do what you got to do. So it's just really hard. It's a shitty situation. But I mean, hopefully we could survive it. Who knows, maybe there is a mass exodus of Amazon sellers who are just not worth the risk anymore. And maybe it gets better for other people. But in all honesty, I honestly think you should be looking to diversify into other business models or other platforms, whether it's TikTok Shop, the influencer program, UGC, selling on Walmart, selling on eBay, local marketplace flips, like just anything that you could do to make money or something to the side of this. I would definitely start looking into that, because having all your eggs and net worth in the Amazon business is just way too risky right now, in my opinion. And diversifying is always a good thing as well. So I'm going to leave you there. Those are kind of my takeaways from this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully you find this video helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.